Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Good morning, and thank you for being here today. On behalf of our family, welcome and thank you for coming to celebrate the life of Managie, Ani, Pillai. It means a lot to us to see so many people here and to know how much Ani was loved. Today, we'll share some memories, probably shed a few tears, and remember how much she meant to us. I'd now like to invite Ani's daughter, Vano, to share a few words about her. Please be seated.
Good morning, everyone. I am the eldest daughter of Manny. To me, she has always been Ani. We grew up around uncles and aunts who called her Ani. So the first three children, Lindsay, Ashley, and I, called her Ani. Until our two wise younger sisters, Logie and Sash, came along and figured she's our mummy. We are blessed to have had a lineage of 4 generations. Ani, you have lived a full life, shy of 2 months before you turned 86. Thank you for your compassion, care, and the sacrifices you made for all our families and friends. You are a quiet, gentle soul, but your beautiful smile said 1,000 words. Together, the kitchen was our happy place. Thank you for teaching and preparing me for life. You were willing to learn until the very end. You would say, we only stop learning until when we die, and age is just a number. You are only old when you turn 90. You shared a special bond with Vincent, and together we cared for you. We will forever cherish our special moments. When you took ill, all our families shared your care until we released you into the loving care of Anglicare at Melva MacDonald Lodge at the age of 84. You embraced the change so well, Melva MacDonald became our second home. Some of your friends became our friends. Annie, you are my example of a Proverbs 31 woman, wise, noble, hardworking, and faithful. What I will miss most is before I left you every night at the nursing home, is holding your hands and praying together. And I will miss the nightly thank you very much. Take care. Drive safely. And what time will you come tomorrow? The night before you passed, you stroked my face. You looked at the clock and told me, you will live until tomorrow morning. You also managed to wave me a goodbye as I left you that night. You always reminded me that there's a time for everything. Today you would tell me, don't cry. It's my time to die. Annie, the greatest privilege I had was to care for you in your final years and be by your side during your final moments. Annie, you fought the good fight, you finished the race, and have kept the faith. Your last breath was taken here on earth. What comforts me is you have taken your first breath in heaven, and you are now safely in the arms of God. Until I see you again, you will forever be in my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Vano. Annie's youngest grandchild has prepared a remembrance video, which we will now play.
My grandma was kind-hearted and loving. She loved playing checkers and was very competitive. I will miss you, Grandma, but I am happy that you are no longer in any pain. I hope you are enjoying your trip with Jesus. I love you.
We'll now hear a poem from Annie's eldest great-grandchild, Lucas.
Our granny was busy, kind and strong. She worked so hard her whole life long. She always had a smile to share and showed her love in ways that care. Well, think of her when hands work hard and when gardens bloom in every yard. Her love will be with us each day, and in our hearts she'll always stay.
Thank you, Lukey. I'd now like to invite Steve Gibbs up to the podium to say some words.
Well, good morning, everyone. It has been my privilege to welcome Manny to church every Sunday morning for the last couple of years. And I only got to know her in the last 2 to 3 years of her life. But what I got to know was a beautiful, warm-hearted, very faithful lady, every Sunday morning coming into church with her walker and a smile on her face. And as I've watched the photos this morning, I envy your memories. She was clearly a dearly loved and beautiful woman. And what has been told to me about Manny is that she loved to garden. She loved to plant the seeds in the right season. She loved to see things grow. And she particularly loved the way nature worked in its seasons. And so I've been asked to read a passage from the Bible this morning which talks about the seasons of life. And I believe so beautifully pictures our dear friend. One of the wise men of the Bible wrote these words: "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. I have seen the burden God has laid on the human race. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. What beautiful expressions of the seasons of life. But that last phrase where the wise man said, He has also set eternity in our hearts, is being experienced by each of us here this morning. Because we all long for a time when these seasons will end. We might not complain about the seasons of the weather, but when there's a time to be born and a time to die, we weren't made for the season of death. And so God did something about that. He put his own son, Jesus Christ, on this earth. A tree was planted in the ground, and Jesus hung on that tree. His body was planted in the grave, and for 3 days and 3 nights, God experienced the pain and the suffering of death that we are all experiencing here this morning. But on the 3rd day, Jesus rose again, and he prepared a way into eternity for each one of us, an answer to that longing in our hearts that we are feeling this morning, wishing that this season had never come. And so it's my great privilege to point each one of us this morning to the Lord Jesus Christ, the one who has made a way for us to enter eternity and to join our dear friend.
I'll now share a tribute from the Zoogwa clan in South Africa. The Pillai family has always had strong women who are the rock of the extended family. Annie was one of these rocks. From the early days, our memory of Annie's quiet but firm personality remained deeply etched. We fondly recall the family days at the farm in Newlands and later on in Shakaskrol. Annie's hospitality and love during these times was exceptional. However, despite her calm personality, she did not suffer fools. Annie's ability to combine compassion with firmness was legendary. In raising her own family, the true values and traits of Annie emerged. Living on a farm in those days was not an easy life, especially with no running water and electricity. She went about her work, ensuring that her family had all the comforts without any complaint, rising in the early hours of the morning and always the last one to go to bed. Annie's children were the centre of her life. She was indeed extremely proud of their accomplishments and instilled her values in their own lives. While her relocation to Australia must have been a difficult one, she did not forget her family in SA, making regular trips and telephone calls during the good and difficult times. Annie, we will miss you. While you might have run your race, your legacy and spirit in the family will live on. We also extend our deep gratitude to Lindsay, Vano, Ashley, Logie and Sashni, and the extended family for taking such special care of our beloved Ani. Our sincere condolences to the entire family, and we wish you immense strength during this difficult time. From the Zoogwa Clan SA chapter.
I will now read some words from Ani's siblings in South Africa. Today we honor and celebrate the life of our dear aunt, our father's/mother's eldest sister, whose love, kindness, and warmth touched us all in ways that words can hardly express. Growing up, some of our happiest memories were experienced during visits to the farm. It was a place filled with peace, laughter, and the simple joys of family togetherness. Every visit was special and left a lasting impression on our hearts. Aunt Manny made the farm more than just a home. It was a sanctuary where we felt welcomed, loved, and cared for. She had a remarkable gift for making everyone feel welcome. Her table was always filled with the most delicious meals, prepared with love and generosity. The aromas from her kitchen, the conversation shared around the table, and the joys of being together created memories that we will cherish forever. Beyond her hospitality, she was a woman of strength, grace, and compassion. Her gentle spirit brought comfort, her smile brought happiness, and her presence brought peace. She taught us the value of family, kindness, and the importance of opening our hearts and homes to others. Though she is no longer with us, her legacy lives on in the memories we hold dear. The lessons she taught us, the love she shared, and the happiness she brought into our lives will never be forgotten. May we always remember her as a source of peace, joy, and unconditional love. Her life was a blessing, her memory a treasure, and she will forever remain in our hearts. Rest peacefully, dear Aunt Manny. You will always be remembered with love, gratitude, and affection.
I'd like to invite Ashley, Annie's youngest son, to share some words of remembrance.
Oh, Annie, it is an honor for us to have you as our mom in this lifetime. In the last week, only your earthly experience has come to an end. Our experience started off with you nurturing us, teaching us, and instilling values by example, setting the foundation for our adulthood. Over the years, your role changed. You listened, you advised, you accepted without imposing. As Sash would say, you gave us the wings to fly, and at the same time, taught us to be grounded. Thank you, Annie, for the inspiration, the love, the values, and the color you etched onto the tapestry of our lives. To Annie's grandchildren and great-grandchildren, thank you for all the joy and light you bring to us all. Stay young and spirited. To Annie's children, Vincent, Vasantha, Tolu, thank you for your presence and support over the years, especially when it mattered most as Annie's life path changed. I love and appreciate you. To my siblings, Lindsay, Vano, Logie, Sash, here we are in the moment, side by side, lovingly supporting each other within a vast cultural spectrum. Surely these qualities and values could only have been instilled in us by the divine, and that through our parents. Thank you for seamlessly taking care of Annie upon her arrival in Australia. More so after she moved to the nursing home. Although I am thousands of miles away, you facilitated daily conversations with Ani and I over the last 14 months, right up to the moment she took her last breath. Thank you. I love and appreciate you all. To my dear Ani, I'm sure you would agree that I am the most privileged of all your children, as I could call you by your first name, the shortened version too. As I would go, "Hello, Manny," and your entire face would light up, childlike, bringing a twinkle to your eye, and oh, that beautiful smile, priceless, priceless. That unique signature, that is how I would remember you by. As you shined on the physical, shine on beyond. I love you. Go well.
I'll be reading a eulogy for Ani, prepared by the family now. Today, we celebrate the life of Managie, affectionately known to all of us as Ani. Ani was born in Roosfontein, Durban, South Africa in 1940 during the Second World War. She was the second of 8 children. When she was just 3 months old, the family moved to New Germany, where she spent her childhood. She started school at the age of 7 and walked 5 kilometers each way every day because there was no transport. Breakfast was usually buttered bread and tea with fresh milk from the family cow, and homework was often completed by lantern light. Despite those challenges, Ani loved learning. She did so well at school that she skipped a grade through double promotion and was known as the fastest runner in her class. Even as a young girl, the determination that would define her life was already evident. Her formal education ended at 14. Although she wanted to work, she stayed home to help on the family farm, care for her younger siblings, and support her family. Looking back, caring for others became one of the defining themes of her life. Ani was incredibly talented. She loved sewing and made beautiful clothes with her own hands. She taught her younger sister, Ooma, to sew, a skill for whom it became a lifelong profession. She enjoyed reading, learning new things, and experimenting in the kitchen, creating her own special spice blend. She loved music too, especially Elvis Presley and Cliff Richard, and recently she had been enjoying listening to You Are My Sunshine. At the age of 24, Ani married and began the next chapter of her life. She often said, "If my hands could talk, they would tell many stories." Those hands cooked meals before sunrise, cared for children, worked the land, sewed clothes, comforted loved ones, and gave endlessly without ever seeking recognition. In 1970, Ani achieved something quite remarkable for a woman of her generation. She obtained a heavy-duty truck license. Her children still laugh about seeing their mom arrive at school in a massive truck. Vano remembers feeling embarrassed until a teacher said, "I wish my mom could drive a truck like that." From that moment, her embarrassment turned to pride. Sash remembers mornings when Ani would take her to the bus stop in the truck. Sometimes the truck wouldn't start, so Sash would begin running while a farm worker chased after her, carrying her school bag. Then suddenly the engine would roar to life, and there she'd come driving behind them, determined to make sure she got there on time. There were also family traditions we'll never forget. The first Saturday of every school holiday was known as Castor Oil Day, when each child received a spoonful to cleanse their stomachs. Lindsay became particularly skilled at disappearing whenever that day arrived. In 1977, Ani and her husband bought 10 acres of mostly bushland and built a life through hard work and determination. Together, they planted sugarcane and vegetables, often working late into the night before heading to market in the early hours of the morning. Their children didn't learn perseverance through words. They learned it by watching their parents. Ani taught them that if something was worth doing, it was worth doing properly. She was a patient and loving mother. She attended sports days, won mothers' races, helped with homework, and even drew insects freehand for Logie school assignments. She taught lessons no classroom ever could: kindness, humility, resilience, faith, and unconditional love. At 70, Ani was diagnosed with cancer. True to her nature, she faced it with courage, positivity, and determination, and she beat it. In 2013, at the age of 73, she moved permanently to Australia. While she missed South Africa, she treasured the time she spent with her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. In 2024, Ani was diagnosed with dementia and spent the final chapter of her life in residential care. It was a difficult journey, but she remained true to herself. She continued to smile, make friends, and find joy in the little things. She introduced her spices and the famous South African bunny chow for the cooking show at the nursing home, and everyone thoroughly enjoyed it. Even at 85, she was still learning new skills, playing bingo, chair skiing, and ice hockey. She always said, "Where there's a will, there's a way." That saying sums up her life perfectly. Ani belonged to what is often called the silent generation, but there was nothing silent about her impact. She had one of the biggest hearts of all. She appreciated the simple things and never lost light of what mattered most: family, faith, and helping others. Her smile was infectious, her heart was enormous. Her legacy lives on through her children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and the many lives she touched along the way. Today our hearts are heavy because saying goodbye is never easy. We will miss her smile, her wisdom, her cooking, her stories, and her quiet strength. But while we mourn her passing, we also celebrate a life well lived, a life built on hard work, resilience, generosity, faith, and love. Ani, thank you for everything you gave us. Thank you for the sacrifices we didn't always see, the lessons you taught through your actions, and the love you gave so freely. You are the heart of our family. Although we can no longer hold your hand, we will forever carry your love with us in our hearts for the rest of our lives. Rest peacefully, Ani. You will always be loved, and you will never be forgotten.
I'll be reading some words of remembrance on behalf of Sushana and Melva McDonald Lodge, where Ani spent the final years of her life. Today, we gather to celebrate the life of a truly beautiful woman, Mani. As Mani's care manager, I had the privilege of getting to know her during her time with us. While every resident leaves a unique mark on our hearts, Mani was someone who will always be remembered for her gentle spirit, her calm nature, and the warm smile she so generously shared with everyone around her. It was also clear to us how deeply loved Mani was. She was blessed with an incredible family whose love, dedication, and unwavering support were evident every single day. The care and compassion you showed Mani reflected the wonderful bond you shared, and it was a privilege for us to witness that love. Thank you for trusting us to care for her and allowing us to be a small part of her journey. On behalf of all the staff at Melva McDonald Lodge, I want to say that it was an honour to care for Mani. She touched our lives in ways that words cannot fully express, and her memory will continue to live on in our hearts. Although we are saddened by her passing, we are grateful for the time we shared with her. We will remember her beautiful smile, her gentle soul, and the kindness she carried throughout her life. To Mani's family, please please accept our deepest condolences. We hope you find comfort in knowing that Manny was deeply respected, genuinely cared for, and will always be remembered with great affection by everyone who had the privilege of knowing her. Rest peacefully, dear Manny. You'll be greatly missed, but never forgotten. I'd now like to invite Logie, Annie's daughter, to share a few words.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming today to honor Mum. We may have many teachers in our lives, but our parents are our first gurus or teachers. I bow down to your feet, Mum. You are an incredible soul, deeply strong and resilient. Your body and mind, words were always balanced, whether in happiness or distress. She was meticulous in everything she did. Her time management always great, multitasking. The lessons Mum shared with us has been quite indelible by the proverbs she would quote to us when we were young. I'll share 3 of them. The first one, don't trouble trouble until trouble troubles you. She lived in the moment, relishing every minute. There was no discrimination. She saw everything with equal vision. Number 2, don't leave till tomorrow what you can do today. She never procrastinated. She valued time. Number 3, idle mind is the devil's workshop. She was always busy doing things. Her mind was never idle. She always shared whatever knowledge she had, like knitting, crochet, cooking, or baking. She would pick up any piece of paper saying, I could learn something from reading it. When she read any remedies for health and well-being, she would call family and tell them about it. She spent a few months at a time in Brisbane and valued the time she spent with Auntie Saroj and her family, and visiting the temple and making friends there. When I got back from work, the cooking was done, laundry taken up the line, and she would share what she read. Mum always wanted her clothes to match and her hair combed immaculately. If she were here today, she would most likely ask me to adjust the sari and ask if I comb my hair. Although of a quiet nature, her impact of body and words was profound. Her humility and compassion touched the hearts of many. She was very conscious that the body is temporary and just a vehicle carrying the soul. We pray for her journey to the eternal abode of the Lord. The past year has been difficult with her bodily challenges. I would like to thank all the family in Sydney for taking care of her 24/7. And during my phone conversations, she would always end with, take care, look after yourself. Thank you, Mum, for everything you have given us.
I'll now read a message from my dad, Lindsay, Annie's eldest son. Annie, I never saw you cry since I knew you, even when we lost our fathers. Remember you told me, no matter how much we cry, loved ones will never come back. The tears I shed are not because you are gone, but for joy of the love and care you showed to everyone as a mother, even when you were ill. Your memories will be cherished by all. Rest in peace.
If you are able, please stand with us and join us in a moment of silence to reflect on and honour Annie's life. Thank you.
On behalf of our family, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us to celebrate Ani's life. Thanks in particular to our Brisbane and South Africa families, Melva McDonald Lodge, all the doctors and specialists that saw Ani over the years, MBM Church, ICASA, Pinegrove Memorial, and Sahara Funeral Services. I'd also like to thank the residents of Melva McDonald Lodge for the great friendship and support they gave Ani in her final years. Please join us at 10:30 at the Reflection Lounge. It's next door to the cafe on Kingston Street for some light refreshments after the viewing. So that's at the entrance to Pinegrove, which you drove past on the way in. Viewing will now begin. If you'd like to stay, it will be directed by Lawrence, the funeral director. But if we could please ask for people who are outside to come in first if you'd like for the viewing. Thank you again for your support during this difficult time.
என்னுலகின் வெப்பம் Faithful one, so unchanging, ageless one, you're my rock of peace, Lord of all, I depend on you. I call out to you again and again. I call out to you again and again. Let's sing that again. Faithful one, so unchanging. Faithful one, so unchanging, ageless one, you're my rock of peace, Lord of all, I depend on you. I call out to you again and again. I call out to you again and again. You are my rock in times of trouble. You are my rock in times of trouble. You lift me up when I fall down. All through the storm, your love is the anchor. My hope is in you alone. And again, faithful one, so unchanging. Faithful one, so unchanging, ageless one, you're my rock of peace, Lord of all, I depend on you. I call out to you again and again. I call out to you again and again. I call out to you again and again. You are my rock in times of trouble.
സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അപ്പമില്ലാതാകുമ്പോൾ അപ്പത്തിൽ വാഴുന്നോനെ ഞാൻ ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. ഓ അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അമ്മയ്ക്കേക മകനെ ആത്മാവിലും സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ മനസ്സിൻ ഭാരം കൂടുമ്പോൾ ശിരസിൽ മുൾമുടി അണിഞ്ഞവനെ ഞാൻ ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. ഓ അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അമ്മയ്ക്കേക മകനെ ആത്മാവിലും സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ കയ്യും നെയ്യും തളരുമ്പോൾ കൈകാലുകളിൽ മുറിവേറ്റവനെ ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. ഓ അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അമ്മയ്ക്കേക മകനെ ആത്മാവിലും സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ നിന്ദനമേറ്റു തളരുമ്പോൾ നഗ്നനാക്കപ്പെട്ടവനെ ഞാൻ ആരാധിക്കുന്നു.
അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അമ്മയ്ക്കേക മകനെ ആത്മാവിലും സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു.
ഓ അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അമ്മയ്ക്കേക മകനെ ആത്മാവിലും സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. ഓ അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ അമ്മയ്ക്കേക മകനെ ആത്മാവിലും സത്യത്തിലും ആരാധിക്കുന്നു. അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ 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 അമ്മേ അമ്മേ തായേ.
I'll remember you long after this and the summer is gone. I'll be lonely
living only to remember you. I remember you. Your voice is soft as the warm summer breeze. Your sweet laughter, mornings after, ever after. I remember you. To your arms someday I'll return to stay. Till then I will remember too. Every bright star we made wishes above. Love me always, promise always. Ooh, you'll remember too. To your arms someday I'll return to stay. Till then I will remember every bright star we made wishes upon. Love me always, promise always. Ooh, you'll remember too.
வந்தாலும் உன்னை போல யாரும் இல்லை அம்மா. நீயே என் உயிரின் தீபம், அன்பால் எரியும் அழியாத ஜோதி. இருள் வந்தாலும் பயமில்லை எனக்கு, உன் கைகள் இருந்தால் போதும் அம்மா. அம்மா நீயே என்னம்மா உன் கனவுகளை மறைத்து வைத்து என் கனவுக்கு நீ நிறம் தீட்டினாய் உன் வலிகளை உள்ளே பூட்டி என் சிரிப்புக்கு உயிர் கொடுத்தாய் தோல்வி என்னை தழுவும் நேரம் தோளில் சாய்ந்தேன் உன் அமைதியில் வெற்றி என்னை தேடி வந்தால் முதலில் நினைவில் வருவது நீதானம்மா நான் சொல்லாத வார்த்தைகளையும் உன் மனசு கேட்டு புரிந்ததம்மா கடவுள் நேரில் வந்தாலும் கூட உன் முகம் போல இருக்க மாட்டாரம்மா அம்மா நீயே என் உயிரின் தீபம் அன்பால் எரியும் அழியாத ஜோதி இந்த வாழ்வு முடியும் நாளிலும் உன் பெயர்தான் என் உதட்டில் இருக்கும் அம்மா என் இதயம் துடிக்கும் வரை உன் அன்பு என் ரத்தத்தில் ஓடும் என் வாழ்வின் ஒவ்வொரு வெற்றியும் உன் பாதத்தில் தான் சேரும் அம்மா
I've carried burdens, I've faced defeat. My weary heart, it longs for peace. Through all my struggles, through all my woes, God is my refuge, always close. God, in your time, I'll understand that through it all remains your plan. Your will, not mine, on earth be done. Oh God, I trust your plan is enough. Your ways are higher, your plan is good. Through every trial you renew. Lord, take my burdens and take my hopes. I lay them down before your throne. God, in your time, I'll understand that through it all remains your plan. Your will, not mine, on earth be done. Oh God, I trust